Welcome to this Archant's Dynamic Maps video, where we'll be looking at the address and street management application, learning how to create BLPU records. Having opened the address and street management application, from the left hand side under the LLPG module, I'm going to choose the address menu. This will load in all of the UPRN records you've already got within your LLPG. We can see there's 93,962. At the top of the table will be listed the most recent records you've added or updated. So in a previous video I looked at creating multiple address records for this location here on Church Lane, Great Hockham. We're now going to create a single BLPU record, and we'll create it for 111 Church Lane. So from the left hand side we'll choose the Add or Create New button. The new UPRN creation window will appear, and at the top of the screen it's now working out which is the next UPRN within our current range. It's found the next UPRN record, which is ending in 971, and it also tells us how many remaining UPRNs we've got to work with. So let's fill in the details for our new BLPU address record. So we could choose a logical status. Let's leave that on approved. BLPU class, so we've got all the classes in here. We're going to do a residential dwelling, so we'll do an RD, let's say RD03. To create our new address, we need to make sure that we attach it to an existing street in the system. So let's search for Church Lane and do a find. That'll find all the records in our LSG that are Church Lane. So if we scroll down, we can find Great Hockham here. Having chosen the street, notice on the left hand side the USRN value is identified, so that's a unique identifier for that street, and it's also located the X and Y coordinates for the start of that street, and that's where it's going to create the BLPU record. Underneath that we've got the details for the LPI, so this is going to be a primary addressable object, so let's choose PAO, and on the left hand side we can fill in the details for the address itself. So let's say the start number is 111. In a previous video we looked at creating multiple records where we could put a range in, but we'll leave that. While you're creating a new record, you can also enter the postcode, maybe the postal town, for the LPI details for this new record, but we'll leave those details for the moment. At the bottom we've got the ability to then generate a preview for the record we're going to create. If there was multiple records, let's say we did a range, then at the bottom it would create a range of UPRN records. But in this case we're just creating one new UPRN. There we've got our 971 value. It's approved. We've got our classification of RD03, and we've got the LPI details, so 111 Church Lane, Great Hockham. We're going to select that record, and we're going to then generate that BLPU and the LPI data attached to it. A message will pop up saying would you like to continue and create the record. Let's press OK, and the system's now creating that record. That'll take a few moments, and then the record will be ready in the system. So there we go. Once the process is complete, we get a message in the top right, and the UPRN value actually goes green to tell you that record's been created. So we can now close the pop-up. If we come back to the addresses menu, if we now refresh the internet page, you can just press F5, that will reload in the records in your LLPG. So we should have 93,963 unique records. Give that a few seconds and the table will update. Notice at the top the new UPRN has been created. There it is, 971, and it's for 111 Church Lane, Great Hockham. In the address page we've got the core details about the information, such as the logical status and its classification. It's auto-calculated the ward that this address will be in based on its location and the parish. We can now choose to edit this BLPU record. So in the table we're going to click on the blue box and edit the BLPU. Within a few seconds the Edit BLPU page will open. So we've got our address here, 111 Church Lane, Great Hockham. On the left hand side is the BLPU tab. So we've got the core details about the BLPU record, which is its logical status, its BLPU class. We've got the coordinates for the location of the record, It's auto-calculated the parish and the ward and some extra details about when the record was created. On the right hand side we've got the location of the new BLPU. Again, that will be the start of the street that it's associated to. And in another video we can show you how to move that point record, but also if you want to digitize the BLPU polygon extents as well. If we scroll down to the bottom of the page, we've got the LPI addressable details. So we've got the PAON, number 111, it's on Church Lane. And again, if you wanted to, you can choose the edit pencil here and we could complete the details, let's say for the postcode. If we wanted to, we could choose the postal town from a drop-down box if we know that information as well. And once you've made a change to the LPI record, you can just press the green tick and it will save that. Notice in the top right hand corner it's telling us it's processing that request and it's completing the change. Scroll back to the top. The BLPU record also can be associated to application cross-references. So these could be, if we click on it there, could be cross-references to other applications such as your waste and recycling or your council tax. So that's how you can associate cross-reference records to the BLPU. One thing you might want to do is just take a copy of the UPRM value. So we'll copy it from there and then we'll just close this record. That'll take us back to the full list of addresses within your LLPG. And from there, if we wanted to, we could search for this record. So again, in another video, we've got how to use the search options within the address and street management application, but let's just paste in our UPRM value. So once we press go, that's now filtered the data inside our LLPG and it's just found the one UPRM record based on the value we searched for. So now it's very easy to go in and edit that BLPU and change the details for this record. Many thanks for watching this video.